Hi, this is Trader Jeep, and today I want to cover the Overbought Oversold Identifier. Now, this is a handy tool that you can use in a number of different ways. For all of those of you that are dual time frame momentum traders, this is a great tool for you to look at a longer term or a higher time frame trend and gather the direction of that trend and then wait for a confirming signal in the lower time frame trend with this tool. That's one way that you can use it. You can also use it just for the signals that it generates. You can see some arrows that are drawn here on the screen. You'll just have to take it out and play with it and come up with what works best for you. And certainly we can give you some ideas on how to do that as well. Let me just go through the settings with you really quickly just to show you some of the different things that you can make it do. Now what you're looking at on the chart here is this is the overbought oversold indicator or identifier down at the bottom. And as you can see, it's drawn sort of a light cyan colored zone here, which indicates that the indicator has dipped down into the oversold territory. And when that happened, a couple of different things took place. A, we got arrows up here on the chart. And B, we got dots down here on the lower panel. And C, we did get that nice colored zone so that you can have a heads-up display as to whether you're overbought, oversold, or impulsing. So when it turns black, we know that we're in some type of a trend. Might be up, might be down. When we turn cyan, we know that we're at a place where we're oversold. And when we turn this pale fuchsia, we know that we're at a place where we're overbought. So we would expect the next trend to be down. And as it turned black, the trend went down. So those are the basic displays that you're going to see that you can toggle on and off on your chart. And let's just go into the settings. Bring it up here. Now I have it currently set. I'm going to just maximize that. I currently have the overbought level set at 80 and the oversold level set at 20, and I'm using a stochastics as the oscillator type. Now you don't have to use stochastics. You can use any type of oscillator or calculation that you want as long as it's within this group here. So you can see we've got stochastics, StochasticsFast, RSI, CSI, Williams %R, MFI, ADX, or double stochastics. So any of those. Some of the other things that are helpful is that you can control the arrows, what color they are, or whether or not it even prints them. And you can choose if you want to have a triangle, or a dot, or a square, or an arrow. So we'll just go and say arrows. Now it goes to arrows instead of triangles. And you can also designate the background color that you want it to paint if it's overbought or oversold, and the opacity of that background. And you can set where these upper and lower lines, not only where they are up here on the top, but also what they look like down here in the bottom. And of course you can set your parameters on the stochastics or whatever calculation mode that you have. So it's a very versatile and flexible tool. So let's just go back here and let me run through some quick scenarios on a couple of different ways that you can use it. As you can see, as we come into the oversold zone, I'm getting these buy arrows. Now, if you were using this just as a signal generator, obviously these would not be good trades. Would you want to use it like this all of the time? Probably not. Certainly if you're in a downtrend from your higher time frame, you're going to disregard buy signals while you're moving down on your lower time frame. However, as we change the picture slightly and now bring in a higher time frame chart, which we have here on the left, you can see that as we're getting these buy arrows on the right hand side, the higher time frame, the indicator is clearly pointed down. Okay, let me move that off the screen. So if you'll look at my crosshairs on the left-hand window as I get my first arrow, look at the position of the indicator on the left-hand chart. It's pointed down. That means that the higher time frame is bearish. Ignore your buy signals. Now, on the other side of the coin, when the lower time frame gives us sell arrows, our higher time frame is pointed up. So we would disregard those trades. So this can be used as a filter. And of course we did get into some choppiness. Here we have a situation where we have buy arrows on the short time frame, and our indicator on the higher time frame is now pointed up, and it is in the overbought or the oversold territory. So this is a long trade that we could actually take. And my particular rule for entry on these arrows is once I get a bar and an arrow and it meets my higher time frame trend criteria, I'm going to go long the market one tick above the high of this signal bar. So in this case, that would have been at the high price there was 13.29.5. So at 13.29.75, I would want to get long, which I did on the next bar. And if you're using Risk Manager and Profit Manager, you would already have the risk on the trade figured out. You would know where your stop needs to be, and more than likely you would have seen a nice little profit. So we had as much as 29.75, and the market went to 32.5. So there's a chance you could have easily gotten 2, maybe 3 points out of this trade before it came down and more than likely stopped you out. Worst case scenario, on this low pivot, you would have got stopped out right through here somewhere had you not already taken profit. And as you can see, we did get into the overbought territory, and it had a really nice cross down through the top here, through the 80 line. And on the longer time frame, if you looked over there, the indicator was pointed down. So you had a good exit signal too. In fact, you could have even used that as a reversal and gone short, and that would have netted some nice points as well. So here's another one where you get your buy arrows. We're in the oversold territory on the lower time frame, and the indicator is pointed up on the higher time frame on the left-hand chart, and we had some a nice rally that moved way up here from an entry price of 38.5 to as high as from an entry price of 28.5 to a high price of 36.75. So about 7 points you could have easily seen out of that trade had you had your target set properly. And again, you have one exit signal right here, but on the higher time frame you were flat. You have another exit signal right here, and on the higher time frame you were pointed down. So you would have known to have exited right there and potentially gone short. Now, of course, I'm just quickly going through these examples. Once you get this tool for yourself, I think you'll see easily how powerful this indicator can be and what an asset it can be to your trading, no matter what your entry system is. This is a great tool for confirming the higher time frame trend so that you don't get in on those little shorter term counter trend trades where you get chopped up, stopped out, chewed up, spit out, whatever you want to call it. Now remember, whether or not you're day trading the E-mini S&P, other futures contracts, or the Forex, the Indicator Warehouse can help you get more potential profits from your online trading and technical analysis efforts.